Me and my girlfriend are walking away from the city life to start a farm on 2 wild acres. We've never farmed before, but with our backgrounds in biology and technology, we're trying to pioneer a fully automated farm from scratch. We're sharing every win, loss, and device that we've created along the way. And this is actually going to be our first video, the first 2 weeks that we spent on this farm. So the first thing that we did is we went out into the more wild area and we looked around and tried to find any species that we could that may have been native or invasive. We didn't really find much of note except for a couple of different species that were not native, which we're gonna have to tackle as soon as spring hits. We tried to do some initial assessment of the river, but ended up shifting our focus inwards, where we replaced a garage door clicker. That was pretty easy, but it kind of uncovered this other problem where we found a bunch of mold on the back of our garage. So what we did is we ripped out the old garage. There was a bunch of wood that was still usable. So we tapped out those nails and we cut off all the pieces of the wood that had a little bit too much mold to deal with. And we sprayed the rest of them with a solution of borax, and then again with vinegar. This will hopefully keep that mold that's in the board already at bay, so we can use it in another project down the line. Then we had to go inside and rip down the moldy wall that was inside already, and put everything into contractor bags. We sprayed everything down with borax and vinegar again and scrubbed everything down clean, and it was time to drywall. So I threw up some drywall before work in the morning and put probably 4 times the amount of screws that you need in each wall. I didn't really know what I was doing here. I just was throwing in things. I think that the last thing that I wanted was it to come down. So we then painted, and then I was so done with this project that I didn't put down anything to protect the paint from getting on the floor. So we ended up scrubbing that off. And after we were done with that, we went outside and we decided to bring some logs that were on the property to put down some stairs into a part of the land where we weren't able to access before without slipping down the hill. So that'll hopefully get us up to speed so that we can host some kind of home warming dinner to ring in this new project.